hard work is never equal to result, because nobody sees the struggle, people will only see the result. I'll ask you a simple question, bhai. In those 16 hours, will you actually be focused? Let's be honest with each other. So hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And in the past two videos we have discussed a lot about NEET 2025, and from today almost there are only 50 days left for the NEET exam, and there are a lot of things you have to do. You have to complete your backlogs, you have to do revision, you have to do mock tests, you have to do analysis. With similar complaints, a student commented on the previous video that I have a lot of backlogs, almost 10 chapters because of my health issues, and can you please suggest how to plan a day with including revision, mock test, backlog completion, etc. and all that. What are the essential steps you need to do? So in order to complete all this like backlog, revision, mock test, analysis, you definitely need a schedule. So today we are going to discuss on this topic of schedule and how you are going to plan your day accordingly so that you can do all these 4 steps and master every single chapter so that you can guarantee your selection in the NEET. So firstly, hi, I'm Akhil Raj, a third year MBBS student, and here we post a lot of important content about MBBS, and recently we have started posting about NEET also. So subscribe, because we are trying to hit 10k subscribers before June 8th, that is my birthday, and definitely I am never going to waste your time and always provide you valuable content. And the past 2 videos you have showed a lot of support, thank you very much for that, and the links will be in the description because these videos are helpful, that is why they went viral. So please check them out, the link will be in the description. So now starting off with the topic, the first and the most important thing I want to mention before starting anything is hard work is never equal to result. See, even if you're studying for 16 hours at your desk continuously, somebody who is studying just for 10 hours or 12 hours also can secure a seat, but you may not. So it is not about the quantity of time you're spending at your desk, it is about the quality of the time you're spending at your desk. So better try to improve the quality of the time you're spending at your desk by following the things I'm going to say in this video. So just don't do it for the show off for your parents or for your friends or for your roommates, telling that you are going to study for 16 hours or something like that, because at the end of the day, if you do not get any result, they are the people who are going to first complain about it, because nobody sees the struggle, people will only see the result. So no matter how many hours you study for them, it is not enough until and unless you are going to get a result. Even if it's your parents, it's your relatives, it's your friends, they will all come and taunt you at the end of the day, even if you have studied for 16 hours, because they don't care about your struggle. Done? So everybody has the resources, everybody has the time, everybody is working hard, but only 2 to 3% are getting selected. So what is the difference? What are they doing differently that they are getting selected but you are not? So they are doing something special, which is known as smart work. They are not sitting at the desk for 16 hours even if they don't understand anything at the end of the day, but they will improve their quality of the time. And how we are going to improve the quality of the time? We are going to use a schedule. The schedule is first, now I am considering a normal person to wake up at 8 a.m, not too early, not too late. So if you are going to wake up late and study in the late night, so adjust your schedule according to that, and if you are waking up early morning also, adjust it according to that. So you are going to wake up at 8 a.m, and by 9 a.m you are going to complete your bath, brush, breakfast, all that stuff. So morning ka stuff ho jata hai, and then from 9 to 11 a.m you are going to start studying biology. Only theory part you are going to do, you don't have to solve problems right now. So for the next 2 hours you are going to sit down and study biology and biology only. So 11 to 1 p.m next what you will do, you will shift off to chemistry, because continuously you cannot read a single subject, it will become boring and your efficiency will decrease over a period of time. So better switch subjects after 2 or 3 hours. Now you have the second slot, which is for 2 hours, which is from 11 to 1 p.m, and you are going to read chemistry in that. After that you will do your lunch from 1 to 2 p.m, or if you can eat faster, you can eat faster and spend the extra time. Now from 2 o'clock to 4 or 4:30 you are going to do problem practice. Problem practice, how you will do, you are going to give a part test, or you can give PYQs, or you can solve a full syllabus mock test. Full syllabus mock test you can do 3 hours. So this is just a ideal time period for you. If you are giving a full syllabus time period, then you have to give from 2 to 5 o'clock. Okay, now if you are doing part test or PYQs, the minimum number of questions which you are going to solve are, for botany and zoology you are going to do 40 questions, total it will become 80 questions. Done? Now physics and chemistry you are going to do 30 questions, because it will take a little bit more time, and there will be total 140 questions which you are solving in those 2.5 hours. And here your speed has to be equal to what speed you have in your exam. Like in exam you are going to solve 180 questions in 180 minutes, right? So one question 1 minute. Now I gave you 140 questions minimum, so you are going to do it in 140 minutes, which is around 2 or 20 minutes. Okay, Now this is the time period for you. You don't want to waste half an hour or 20 minutes or 40 minutes on a single question of physics or chemistry just because you did not understand it, because if it is that complex, they most probably won't ask it, and even if you learn it, it might not come in the exam. So don't waste time on questions. If you don't know the concept, just skip it, mark that question later on and do analysis, and after that read the concept. If you're reading concept and making your concept stronger in that time, it is much better than using the entire time for just learning the single question. So it is better to leave the question, move on, and later on in the analysis time period you can get back to the question, learn the concept, and then attempt the question, and that question will get solved within 3 or 4 minutes, no matter how long it is. So learn the concept first, even if you don't know anything. Done. Now you are going to solve those 140 questions by 4:30 only. Now we will go to 4:30 to 6 pm. This is a 1.5 hour slot, and you are going to do the analysis of the 140 questions which you just solved. Done. Now analysis, how you are going to do analysis bole to lot of people get confused. Lot of people sit down for the entire day and do analysis. That is a lot of time waste. So please don't do analysis like that. The correct way to do analysis is divide the questions into 3 type of questions. The questions which you got wrong but you completed the topic already. Matlab you have studied the topic but you somehow made the mistake. So that is one problem. Completed topic ka mistake ho gaya. Next, incomplete topic ka mistake ho gaya. Now you don't know the concept properly. You don't have any clear idea. You don't know the formula. You don't know how the sentence framing is in the textbook. So you clearly don't have any idea about the concept. So due to that you made a mistake in the exam. Now third type is going to be the one which you guessed. Exam if you don't know 4 or 5 questions, some people what they'll do, they'll start guessing random options A, B, C, D, something like that. They'll keep off and come. Now if that question goes correct, mostly people what they'll do, that question went off correct, no we don't need to do any analysis bolke they'll think, but it went correct just because you were lucky that day. Now next in the NEET exam, when that question appears or similar question appears from the concept, you are not going to make it correct because you never learn the concept or you never learn from your mistakes. So obviously mark down your questions with some symbol like a square or some triangle or something like that whenever you are giving a guess, so that you can analyze it later on during your analysis time period and you can get those questions right and get those concepts right. So whenever you are making a guess and you got it correct, don't leave that question, learn the concept and write that down in your mistake book and learn the concept in your NCERT also. If you have made a mistake in the completed topics, it can be of 3 types. It can be due to a concept error, it can be a silly mistake, it can be something you forgot. The concept which you studied, you forgot. So concept error. So if you have remembered the wrong thing only, if you have remembered the formula upside down or something like that, or negative positive something like that, you remembered ulta pulta bole to, you have to go and relearn from one shot lectures or notes, whichever is easier for you. If you don't have any notes, go back to one shot lectures and revise it from there. Or if you have notes and you have a clear idea of what is present in the notes, just open the notes and read that concept from that notes. Okay, if you have made the conceptual error, this is the way of analyzing it. So next is silly mistake. Silly mistake is just when you did not read the question properly or you kept the angle wrong, ulta pulta something you did off, and it happened a silly mistake. After coming out of the exam, you realize that it is a very silly mistake. Array, what is this? Why did I do this? Bolke, you will become a little bit sad. So don't repeat it next time. Just write down that question in your textbook. Just say that this question we made this wrong last time due to this particular sentence. I got confused in this sentence. That is why I made a silly mistake. So whenever next time this topic ka question comes in your exam paper, you will always remember that array, I made a silly mistake that was marked in my textbook. Now I am not going to make a mistake because I know the correct concept of it. So silly mistake cover ho gaya, concept error bhi cover ho gaya. So we are good to go with the completed topic. Now if you forgot the topic completely, sometimes we forget the concepts. Even if we read, we know that something we read, we know it is there in the syllabus, we have read it yesterday or a week ago, but we don't remember it inside the exam hall. It happens. So what you will do, you will just open your one shot lecture or notes and again revise the topic because you have learned it, but you just cannot recall it in the exam. So you are going to open your notes or one shot lecture and revise it. Now coming to the incomplete topics. Incomplete topics, you did not know the concept only. What you will do? Exam obviously you will make a mistake. So learn from your one shot lectures, learn the concept properly. Don't try to ratify all the questions, because how many questions will you ratify? There are almost 10,000, 13,000 questions, something like that. People are solving so many mock tests, and how can you remember so many questions? You cannot basically. So try to remember the concept instead, so that whenever the question comes from the topic, next time in your question paper you are going to give a correct answer instead of making a silly mistake or instead of forgetting it or something else. Okay, now after that, after completing your one shot lecture, if you have any notes, read from notes or read NCERT, because some people, what they'll do, they'll just do the one shot lecture and leave it then and there only. What will happen, your temporary memory में store हो जाता है. One shot lecture entirely it will store in your temporary memory. If you don't open your book and go through it entirely from front page to back page, you will never develop memory and you will never associate things whatever you learnt from the one shot lecture into your textbook. It will always remain a confusion, and there will be a huge gap between your knowledge and your understanding and your textbook knowledge. So we don't want that. We don't want any silly mistake just because we did not read the textbook. So definitely read notes or NCERT right after your one shot lecture. Now redo the questions. Whichever questions you made a mistake, now you have learned the concept, so you will know what formula to apply, you will know what concept to apply, you will know which question is being asked from where. So now you can do the question again and now you will get the correct answer. Done. Now you have understood the concept and now you will never make a mistake from that concept. Okay, now we have completely learned the analysis part. So this is the way your mistake book should look. This is the basic summary. Please take a screenshot. It will be very useful for you whenever you are writing mistake book. Please remember this concept of whatever questions and how are you going to analyze the questions. Now next, you are done with 6 p.m. class schedule also. Now you are going to 6 and 7 p.m. where you will take a small break. You can chill out, you can eat something like snacks or something, or if you are somebody who goes for a walk or who does workout, then go and spend the time for workouts, because your mental health is equally important and you definitely need a highly functioning brain in order to beat this competition. For those 3 hours you need to have super focus, and for the next 50 days also, if you have to sit down and study every single day, your body has to support you, your brain has to support you. So if you are not giving it proper sleep, proper food, proper exercise and all that, you are never going to function properly. You will get sick, you will get depressed, you will get anxiety and all that, and we don't want that in the last 50 days. So we need to keep our mind as calm as possible, and we don't want any burnout, so that we don't decrease our efficiency in studying. Done. Now we'll take a small break for 1 hour and we can watch YouTube in that, like a 20 minutes video or something like that. We don't want any movies or something. Do not watch any shorts or reels, because shorts we all know, reels we all know that once we open, we'll think that we'll scroll only 5 reels, 4 reels, something like that, and then it will turn out to be a full reel session and you will continuously scroll for 1 hour, 2 hour, and you'll waste your entire time, and the regret will be so bad. You will scold yourself so much for doing that you will get demotivated a lot. Please don't do that. So try using YouTube, try consuming long form content, try consuming content which is actually helpful, like NEET 2025 tips or something like that, so that you will always stay in track with the subject only. Now next, 7 to 9:30 p.m. you are going to read physics, because biology, chemistry we did off in the morning. Now you are going to do one shot lectures again, make your concepts. Physics mein concept is very important. People say problem practice is equally important, but if you don't know the concept only, how you are going to do problems, how you are going to solve your problems. So definitely develop your concept from one shot lectures. I personally use physics wala lectures, the Ummeed series, which was running in 2022, and that was very helpful. This is not any sponsored video or something, it is personal experience. My channel is too small to get sponsored also. So obviously do your one shot lectures from any lecturer you like, but I will suggest physics wala. And if you are having any notes or something, you can do revision from your notes also. You don't have to sit down and watch the entire lecture. So then you will be done by 9:30 with physics also. Then 9:30 to 10 o'clock you can have your dinner, or if you are a person who eats very slowly, then by 10:30 you have to finish your dinner. 1 hour is a lot of time, you are already wasting time. So please try to eat within half an hour or something. And then from 10:30 or 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock you are going to study anything. This is a buffer zone I kept for you, for people who are trying to inculcate something else into their schedule, like any incomplete task, like any backlog they have, so that they can complete that in this period and they can do more problem practice. If they have completed everything, their concepts are good, they have the notes, then they can start studying other topics also, or they can do more problems like physics. You studied a little bit and you want to solve some questions from it, bole to you can solve some questions here only, and you can spend the time for solving questions and cover additional syllabus. So total time you are getting almost 12 hours of study. Now people will say, "Arey bhaiya, 12 hours is so less. People are studying 14 hours, 16 hours. They are making videos, they are making schedules for 14 hours, 16 hours, that and this." So I'll ask you a simple question, bhai. In those 16 hours, will you actually be focused? Let's be honest with each other. Will you actually be focused within those 16 hours continuously? See, in a day we will have only 24 hours, right? In that 7 to 8 hours you are going to sleep because you need your brain to function properly. You don't want that lethargy and sleepiness during your study sessions, so you are going to sleep for 7 and 8 hours, and you will almost have 17 hours. In that 17 hours also you will have bathing, you will have your 3 meals of a day, and you are going to have some snacks and all that. So again 2 hours you are going to waste. Again in those 15 hours you are going to study continuously till the end of the day. In the starting of the day you may study for 5 or 6 hours continuously with high efficiency. After that you will start daydreaming, you will start thinking about something, you will have burnouts, you will have mood changes, you will have something blah blah reasons, and again you will waste time. At the end of the day you are going to come down to only 12 or 13 hours only. I gave you a break at 6 to 7 pm also. If you are not interested, if you want to study more, then definitely utilize that break and start studying more. And dinner time, lunch time also I gave 1 hour. If you want more time, utilize that time also. So basic amount is going to be 12 hours. If you want to improve, you can go to 14 hours, but remember that quality is important, quantity is not important. Don't study just because you want to show your parents that you are studying the entire day. Please do it for yourself. Improve the quality of the time you are spending at your desk, and in those 12 hours you can definitely do a lot of work if you just focus and take the right amount of breaks, because nobody can be focused 15 hours straight. Please, this is a hard fact. Even in MBBS we are reading so much syllabus. NEET syllabus is just a small tiny mountain in front of MBBS, so we read a lot of syllabus and nobody reads for this long. Maximum people read for only 10 or 12 hours, and that is more than sufficient. In the last 50 days also I know you are less on time, you have to do a lot of syllabus, but if you are not maintaining your efficiency in those 15 hours 14 hours, then there is no point in reading so much. So please be honest with yourself. Always be honest. Don't fool yourself saying that you are going to read this much, you are going to read that much bolke. Now in those 12 hours I told you that you have to read biology, chemistry and physics. Done. In those biology, physics and chemistry also, some people will say physics and chemistry are important because they will help you improve your marks in the last moment. Some people will say you have to focus on biology because it is a strong topic, you will easily get marks. So what to choose between these two topics for the last 50 days? Do I have to focus on my strong topics? Do I have to focus on my weak topics? This is a big confusion for students. They don't know what to do in the last 50 days. Lot of people will say, your weak topics, if they remain weak, you will not get enough marks in your exam, and again you will take a drop, and that will happen, this will happen, bolke, they will scare you. Again some people will say you have to focus on your strong topics so that you can get your confirmed marks from those topics, and you are never going to miss any marks if questions come from those topics. So what is the best one? The deciding factor is going to be biology. Biology में कितने मार्क्स आ रहे तुम्हारे? Honestly बताओ कितने मार्क्स आ रहे? So if you are getting less than 300 marks continuously in every exam, then please try to prioritize biology and biology only. This is my honest suggestion, and this is the best suggestion you are going to get. Please prioritize biology if you are getting less than 300 continuously in every mock test. Because in physics and chemistry, even if you spend the next 50 days continuously learning every single formula, concept and doing problem practice and studying every single day for 6 hours, 8 hours and spending the entire time you have on a single subject, you are going to see very less improvement. So if you are currently getting only 50 marks in physics or chemistry, your improvement will be only up to 150, or in the best case you are going to get 160 marks, because in 50 days nobody is showing an improvement of 100 to 120 marks. Only 1% or less than 1% of people can do that. 150 is the best case you are going to get, even if you focus entirely on physics, leaving biology and chemistry. So what will happen if you do that? You will get biology 240 marks like you are getting normally, because you did not focus on biology. Now in physics you are going to get 150 marks because you studied so much, you did every problem practice, you did formula, you learned theory, blah blah blah, you did, now you got 150 marks. Now chemistry you have 80 marks again because you did not focus, you did not learn anything, you got something with your knowledge, 80 marks. What is your total? 470. Did you get a seat? No. So it is better if you put your 100% focus on biology, reach 330 plus, and in chemistry and physics have basic knowledge of the topic, like doing one-shot lectures and making some notes or studying from some notes, and do some pre-IQ practice, and with that you will easily reach 100 marks. That is a very bare minimum mark. If somebody has studied the one-shot lectures and done some pre-IQ practice, they can easily get 100 marks in physics and chemistry. So 330 plus 100 plus 100, 530 marks easily you are getting. Biology in 10 days, if you study the entire one-shot lectures, you can easily complete the biology syllabus, and you can also spend some time for revision, and within 15 days you can become master of biology. And once you start solving problems and actually writing down and analyzing them properly and writing your mistakes in NCERT or in your mistake book, you will see your marks are skyrocketing. Like this they will start, and like this they will go into a complete peak. They will start improving so drastically within a so short amount of time that you will be surprised that this much mark boost you can get from biology. So if you are getting less than 300 in biology, please prioritize biology and biology only. You will get 330 marks very easily, and 100 you will manage off 530 marks. You are getting bare minimum, I am telling. If you are going to show some improvement in chemistry and physics, you can go to 550, 570 and even 600. So please do biology if you are not getting 300 yet. Next, we are going to go to the people who are getting 300 already. 300 if you are getting in biology, I would expect that you are also getting 80 to 90 marks in physics also. So your marks are around like 470, 480 or something like that. If you are getting 300, you have some knowledge of the subject, you have some knowledge about physics and chemistry also, I am expecting. So you will get around 80-90 marks. Done. Now what you will do is, biology you will have mild focus, a little bit of focus, so that you don't lose the grip on your subject. Again, if you are getting 330 marks now, you will become overconfident and you leave a biology bole to it will become a big blunder. We don't want that. Again, at the end of the day, if you don't get marks in your biology, even if you get good marks in physics and chemistry, no point, like I said previously. Always have a little bit focus on your biology so that you don't lose your grip. Always maintain 330 marks like I told for these people. And for physics and chemistry, you have to, now you have done the basic part, like you are getting 80-90 marks bole to, now you have to improve from now on. Learn from one-shot lectures, practice questions like PYQs or any modules or any mock test you can get from wherever, or any practice books or something. So please try to do problem practice and then definitely analyze. Analysis is what will improve your marks by a ton. No matter how many one-shot lectures you do, no matter how many notes you make, it won't help, only analysis will help, because a person who learns from his mistakes will only show improvement in their life. So in any aspect, it can be physics, chemistry or any aspect of life. So learn from your mistakes and analyze, and never ever repeat your mistakes, and one day there will be nothing to perform any mistake in. Any concept, you will have an idea, that you made a mistake previously, or you already learned the concept properly, so you will never make a mistake, and you will definitely improve to 140 marks very easily if you do all these steps properly. Now you have already secured 330 marks in biology, 140 let's say you got in chemistry, and in physics let's say you got 130. What is your total? 600 marks. And this is the bare minimum I am telling. Some people get 350 marks in biology, some people get 160 marks in chemistry, some people get more in physics also. So from here you can improve a lot. You can go to 630s, you can go to 640s, you can go to 650. So there is a lot of scope for you if you are already scoring greater than 300 marks, and you can get a good amount of mark if you just put in the good amount of effort in these last 50 days. And not to demotivate these people who are getting 530 even after doing so much, because these people have an advantage. They are already getting 300 plus marks. You are not getting 300 plus marks, so you are a little bit of disadvantage. But if you do enough hard work, you can also convert your marks to 530 to 600, and you can also secure a medical seat. So I want you to put as much hard work as possible and work hard for your goals. And once your results are in and you get selected, you get a good rank, your parents will be the happiest people, and you can flex it in front of everyone that you are now going to MBBS and now you are going to become a doctor. Recently we had a freshers party in our college, and that was amazing. I will post a freshers vlog next week, and make it your motivation that you have to enter a medical college this year, and you are going to attend the freshers party of that college, and you are going to wear that apron, you are going to wear that stethoscope, and the people around you will call you Dr. Saab. That is going to be your goal for the next 50 days. Write it down in a paper or stick it in front of you, or tell that to yourself every single day, so that you remember what is the goal you are working for every single day, and give your 101% for this process. And trust me, you will show drastic improvement if you do everything right. So please don't lose hope. There is a lot of hope. You have a lot of time, and if you have any doubt, mention it in the comments. I will be reading all the comments. I will be replying to all the comments. I am individually replying to every single person, whatever the problem they have, so that we have a personal connection. I want to help you as much as possible, so that you can improve your marks by a lot, and hopefully you get a selection, and I will be the happiest person if even one person is getting selected because of my videos. I am trying to help you as much as possible. No matter what the doubt is, just post a comment and I will reply you within one day, so that you don't have any doubts, and I will be your personal guide as a senior, and I'll guide you throughout this journey for the next 50 days. So hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next week. Until then, bye bye.